Hey guys, it's Dr. Rick and welcome to our first video. And in this series of videos, what I'd like to start talking about this week as well as subsequent weeks is foundational movements or primal movements. Movements such as pushing, pulling, hinging, rotating, squatting, lunging, walking, and running. I primarily use these movements with all my clients in the water, whether you're a rehab client, a athlete, fitness client, just because they're very, very functional and they also transition to land very, very well. So the first one or two we're going to go over today is we're going to talk about the push-pull exercise, and I'm going to go over the kickboard push-pull. Next week we'll talk a little bit about more push-pulling with resistive equipment, but I really like using the kickboards a lot, for a few reasons. They're usually at every pool. They're very inexpensive. They come in a lot of different sizes. And I like them because they don't only provide good resistance, but because they're very buoyant, they create a lot of postural awareness and core stability. So for the kickboard push-pull, I really like to use a split stance position. I really feel that it's a very functional position. Very seldomly during the day do we do things with our legs just perfectly apart. So, whether we're walking, we're running, whatever, we have a lot of hip separation or a split stance position. And I really like the split stance position as well because our hip flexors get super tight because we sit so much. So in that split stance, it's going to give a little bit of lengthening of the hip flexors and a little bit more engagement of the glutes. So for that position, you're in that split stance position, you're holding the kickboard probably halfway to maybe a quarter way under the water to start, having a really good alignment, your shoulders and your ear, shoulder, hip, knee, everything aligned. And again, just equally pushing and pulling. Most common compensations is going to be a forward posture, people trying to push the board down too deep, their upper traps are going to really be too activated and they're going to have a shortened range of motion. They're going to actually probably be pushing a lot harder than they pull because we're so anterior dominant and our posterior chain musculature gets a lot less work than our anterior musculature. So again, halfway in the water, good posture, pushing and pulling equally, and having a good symmetry, and then obviously switching the forward leg after the specific time, whatever you choose. So what I want to do now is show you what it looks like under the water and above the water. So, check out the video, and I welcome your feedback.